I'm stuck with loans that I have to pay for the rest of my life. How do I get myself out of this pickle?
I don't know what your degree is in, but if it's something you could tutor other people.
You can only save so much, but your earning potential is unlimited. And our next mail is from Victoria. She said, I'm a 40-year-old working a menial job for a multinational company. I regret going to college and taking my master's degree just to end up working as a rank and file employee. Now most of my salary goes to paying my tuition loans, and I'm barely left with any money to afford even a mediocre life. My parents warned me that getting a master's degree will not guarantee a better job, but I didn't listen and went on with my plans because they made it very easy to get a student loan. Now I'm kicking myself for not listening, and I'm stuck with loans that I have to pay for the rest of my life. How do I get myself out of this pickle? You're not alone, Victoria.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people out there who feels the same exact way.
Yeah, I have a relative that's in the same situation.
Who? Never mind. I know, because student loans cannot be included if you file bankruptcy. How would you get yourself out of this pickle?
Is she in America? I guess you wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
but I think it would be, because I think she is.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of programs for student loan forgiveness, or at least would refinance it in a way, make sure that it's legit. But
yeah, Victoria, I think you can try and call whatever company it is that you have a loan with, and tell them about your hardships and ask them if they can help you with paying your student loan. At least lower down the interest rate.
Yeah.
Lower down the interest rate and make the payment scheme longer.
You might be able to negotiate with them.
Yeah,
on something.
You have to try and negotiate a better interest rate and a better payment scheme.
Yeah. Because
if you're in the United States, I think you are, there's no getting around this loan, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You will have to pay this loan until it is paid. Yeah. And you can only save so much, but your earning potential is unlimited. You need to try and think of other ways to earn money. If you cannot give up your current job to find a better one with a better pay, try and find another source of income. It could be a passive income, or it could be a side hustle. Try and think for something that you can do to get a second source of income, or a third or a fourth source of income. Right now, with the life, unfortunately, with the life that we have, the standard of living that we have, it seems to me like one source of income is no longer enough. I'm not sure if you're married. You didn't say you're married or not, but I think you are single from your email. You didn't say your status, but I think you are single, and it is a challenge if you have bills to pay every single month and you don't have any partner to help with that.
Yeah. Or if you could find a roommate or something.
There you go. You can try, if you live in a house that you're paying for, you can try and find roommates. You can try and find a way to I think you can Airbnb part of your house.
Yeah, I think.
You can Airbnb if you have a spare bedroom. You can Airbnb part of your house. Think of something. I know for sure if you sit down, and I know it's hard to think of it, and it could be inconvenient at first, but that's the only way to do this, is to try and find a way to have a second source of income or increase your income, your primary income. You could look for another job that pays better,
Right.
or find a different, or a second or a third source of it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's
Yeah.
how it is. You can also try and sell things. A lot of I've heard of a lot of people who either try and find things around their house that they can sell, or they go to Goodwill,
Or garage sales.
garage
estate
sales, yes, and then they sell it on Poshmark, they sell it on eBay, they
Yeah.
sell it, I mean, those are the things that you can do that will not take a lot of your money, and will also, well, it will take some of your time, of course, because you need to market it.
Right.
But those are things that you can do right now.
Yeah. And if you're, I don't know what your degree is in, but if it's something you could tutor other people, you
Yeah.
could do that.
Yes. You can even, I know of, I've heard of this one professor who started teaching or tutoring people for SAT exam, or something like that. And he started doing that locally, and then he did a website that people can pay, and then he has his tutoring classes there to get a better SAT scores. There's a lot of things you can use. I know for sure that you can think of something. You can think of something, whatever it is that you've studied for your master's degree. Use it, utilize it, instead of like feeling sorry that I shouldn't have done this. Think of a way in order for you to utilize what you've learned at school.
Yeah. And it may not be in the same field as what you studied for, but those skills, that knowledge, is often useful in other situations. So
yeah, I know for sure that you can tutor. That is actually a great idea, to tutor somebody. Well, think of how you can utilize what you've learned at school, what you've learned in your master's degree. Try to utilize that and help other people with their studies.
You can take little jobs, Fiverr or whatever.
Yes, you can try and look for jobs at Fiverr. You can list your skills there. Fiverr, Fiverr.com. There are a lot of people who are looking for virtual assistants, typing jobs, things. There's so many, a lot of them. So there you go, Victoria. I hope we provided you with enough ideas to get a second source of income, or a third source of income, so that you can try and complete the payment for your student loans. Yeah, because unfortunately this is not something that we can erase from it cannot be erased with bankruptcy, filing for bankruptcy or things like that. But hang in there, girl. You will get through with this. I know that for sure. So all right, thank you, Victoria.
Okay,
thank you for sending your problem with us, and best of luck to you. All right, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. And
if you'd like to submit a question to be featured on our upcoming episodes, please feel free to message us through our social media links, which you can find below. We will keep your identity protected. Hope to hear from you soon.
And that's it for us today. Thank you so much again for joining us. I hope that you will click our like and subscribe button, because that will help grow our channel. Until next time, be awesome.
Be awesome.
All right. That was good. On the next episode of Clear Echoes,